Hey guys, welcome back. As always, joined by Joe, Rick,
What's up?
myself. I'm Mark. A little bit happened over the weekend into the week, and I guess over the last like 40 or so days.
It's weird.
With this guy behind us, Mr. YouTube, God
Felix.
of YouTube, PewDiePie.
Slowly building.
Yeah, he's like that's he's got red hair now. He's YouTube.
No, he's got white hair now.
Still white hair?
Yeah, he dyed his hair white.
Yeah, well, good for him. That's
Is
so
that
edgy.
another Super Saiyan level?
It's
Yeah.
it's when you get Tube Lord SS.
That godlike four.
super.
SS? That's
Tube Lord.
That's the highest rank you can get in Japan.
Isn't that like the thing from?
I thought I was thinking about the Nazis.
Do we have that picture too?
The stormtroopers.
So, if you're on YouTube and you're watching this right now, you probably know exactly what's going on. I'm not going to bore you with all of the details, but the gentleman behind me, you recognize as PewDiePie, or whatever the fuck his real name is, Felix.
Felix, I can't pronounce his last name.
Yeah, there's no
it's
chance.
Not that hard, but
there's no chance.
Felix
I
the
can't
cat.
because American.
Kelberg or something like that.
Yeah.
Or Helberg.
Either way, he's easily by a healthy margin the most popular personality on YouTube.
Absolutely. Like, no, second is not close.
And for us to kind of sit here on YouTube, it's kind of ironic because I'm coming from this perspective that with great power comes great responsibility.
I guess.
And some people maybe don't agree with me. So if you haven't been caught up recently, Mr. PewDiePie put out some videos that upset his employer, Maker Studios' parent company, Disney.
Right.
Imagine that.
And YouTube.
And YouTube. YouTube pulled his paid content from YouTube Red.
Right.
His Scare PewDiePie show, the second season.
They canceled it because it hadn't
Correct.
come out yet.
Correct.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit will come out later.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Lost episodes.
Oh, yeah.
PewDiePie.
They
PewDiePie
spend a
lost
crap
episodes.
ton of money
Right.
like in production. There's no way they just don't use it.
Right, and if you think about how many subscribers he has, that was one of the major selling points of YouTube Red. In any event, what you see behind us is a screenshot from the video in question, which I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, the video was posted in December.
Yeah, it was December, but this is the video. So this is a series of 3 videos that this kind of took place on. There was the video where he kind of brought up the thing of Fiverr, which is the website where all of this stuff went down. There was a video of him putting the request
you can pay people to do whatever.
To do pretty much whatever. I forget what the category was on there, but there was a video of him doing
I
that.
give you this Bud Light. Are you down for whatever?
That's pretty much what it is.
That's pretty much
Except
what it
you
is.
only get $5.
You can buy a single Bud Light. But there was the video of him doing it. Then there was this is from the video of him getting the responses back, and then there was the video of him like pseudo apologizing, kinda. He didn't. You can go watch the video yourself.
You probably already have.
You probably already have. Somewhat of a disclaimer, because I feel like my views on this whole thing are still relevant. Like, I'm a big PewDiePie fan. Like, I like his stuff. His stuff is funny to me.
He built an empire from the ground up.
The thing was, I watched like his old shit, like when he was doing like Happy Wheels, like pretty much every day.
Yeah.
And that I thought was kind of funny. Then that kind of died out, and I noticed that a lot of his stuff was geared towards kids at that time. And now it's like just genuinely funny stuff, like funny sketches and kind of things, which I think those are hilarious. So I watch his shit. So I'm sub to him. But yeah. So those are the 3 videos that this whole stupid story has kind of happened through, and this is video number 2 that this picture's from.
So you called a stupid story.
What happened exactly?
Yeah.
Well,
In here.
I think we can see a little bit of anti-Semitism.
Yep.
That's hilarious. Little death to all Jews right there. He paid some people $5, got them to hold up a death to all Jews sign.
Yep.
And he thinks it's hilarious. You can see his face right there.
Well,
and his employers didn't think it was very funny, and that is why he was put into the position that he was. I'm almost confused as to why he did not, in this current era, think that was going to happen.
Maybe he thought it was going to happen, but not have such big like repercussions. Maybe he knew that it was going to be controversial, and
well, that's what YouTube is right now, man. It's get the clicks, be controversial.
Yeah.
All kinds of personalities out there.
But this is the first time that I think
hell.
he has people that he's partnered with that kind of really care about their reputation. So he wasn't ready for that, maybe.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean, he's had like super controversial stuff before. Like there was a video in which he was I forget what the joke was, but he was like spinning around the chair, and he's like, he said something. It was meant to be a joke, and he was like saying super like aggressive, and then like he begins to say the word like the N word, but it cuts off at the end. Like that was the whole point. And like people went nuts about that. Now, me being a brown dude, I don't give a shit. And in fact, I remember seeing that and I laughed my ass off. Like I thought it was funny, but apparently not everyone has the same sense of humor.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I guess like I'm more concerned about you guys getting the story out there first, so everybody understands.
I'm kind of confused as to if he already had that kind of content out there to begin with. How is it that Disney was making deals with him in the first place?
Well, he was ultra popular. They wanted to attach themselves to someone who had appeal to a market that they were losing hand over fist, young kids.
Yeah.
Right now, when you go to Disney, it's adults.
That's not his. That's not his demo.
The price.
Anymore.
Right. Well, yeah.
But that's not his demo anymore.
Right.
At the time, yeah, that made sense.
And that's okay. I mean, he can move on from whatever. He has his hands in so many things.
I agree
that the Disney deal did not break him, and the YouTube show probably did not break him. He's still making his own content. I'm assuming, and maybe this is ignorant for me to assume, that when you get to that level, you probably have a collection of people that are helping you manage your brand. But this doesn't strike me as someone or something that somebody would put out that have people in their ear letting them know, hey, maybe this is not a good idea. I know that you might not be super plugged into politics in America, but this is what's going on here right now.
I think he might have that I think he has his team of people that probably manages finances.
Sure.
And like his relations with other companies, like getting agents and stuff like that. But I doubt that he has a producer.
Yeah. He has a single person that deals with like his, what you were saying there with like his money and
financials.
Like there's a guy that does his financials, and then it's him, a videographer, and another editor. And that's pretty much
that's what I'm saying. Like
that's it.
He doesn't have anyone that is
I'll stick with what brought you to
with
the
creative.
Stick with what brought you to the dance.
Right.
Yeah, he doesn't have anyone that's he has creative control. He has creative control is what I was trying to say.
And it's very possible that these videos never saw, like his other editor maybe never saw them. It's possible because he edits a lot of his own videos too.
Sure, yeah.
So it's possible that he could have just shot it, edited it, and then put it up. Like that's very, very.
Or maybe they hate. I mean, regardless of the intention of the video, whether he has those views or not.
Sure.
Because I mean, we say shit that is fucked up too.
I am one of the least PC people.
Exactly. So like
this group
they know each other. So they like when one guy says one thing, he knows he's joking, or they have that relationship. Right. He may have thought it was funny too.
Sure.
But this is what I'm saying is like, it's like when you get that your first day of the job at a new company, and you come from a different work environment and you say the off color thing and everybody's like,
you don't know the audience.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's probably what's going on.
You made it sound delicious, like.
But that's really the story that we're talking about here. Is he has an outrageous reach on the internet and abroad, and he used that reach to put out things that he thought was funny to him, but. I don't think that I'm speaking out of turn here, even not being whatsoever politically correct. I don't think I'm speaking out of turn here when I go, that's not a good fucking idea.
Yeah.
Death to all Jews. That's not a good fucking idea.
It depends on how you look at it.
There's no way. This is a good idea.
The reason, and also with what's going on in America, I mean,
sure.
Now, if you're talking business sense, sure, that people are clicking that.
Well, no, I'm talking in the realm of like
comedy.
Like, every comedian that gets on a stage, like all most of their shit is topical, and it's usually recent topical. So for it's a double standard to me to say Louis C.K. can go on stage and do whatever the fuck guy drops the N-bomb all the time, talks about Jews all the fucking time. Bill Burr talks about Jews all the fucking time. Like these guys, these are comedians. He's literally a comedian. Like that's his job. It's a comedian, but within a different like medium.
Yeah.
So it's like to say that one person gets away with it and then another person has to lose all their shit, it doesn't make any sense to me. They're doing the same goddamn thing.
He's not losing all his shit
Disney and Google are...
He's not losing all his shit.
Disney and Google are companies that can do whatever the fuck they want. And if they don't want this motherfucker standing up on a stage in front of 60, 70 million subscribers or however the fuck million subscribers
and I agree.
saying death to all Jews, whether it's in jest or not, they're completely within their fucking bounds.
They absolutely are. I agree with that.
Cut his fucking head off.
That's perfect.
Would I like to have beer with the guy? Sure, I'd love to have a beer with the guy.
I don't think they can literally cut off his head, but I'm pretty sure Disney
I don't know. We're coming.
I'm pretty sure Disney could get away with it, though.
If
I get away with it,
I don't think that that's out of line because it's their shit. Like whatever they want to be their face, great, you do it. Like if they don't want to be associated with that, that's 100% in their right to do. That's perfectly fine. But what is not perfectly fine is for me to go on this like other websites like Kotaku and like other places that are like referencing this shit, and for people who have zero ties to this person whatsoever to be offended and upset about it. That makes no fucking sense.
On
That's
Kotaku this morning, I saw 2 different articles, and one was kind of like just a straight news reporting of what happened, and the other one was from an editor with an opinion piece that was...
She should be fired. She should lose all of her backing. Oh my God, she offended me. She tricked...
To be fair, she's pretty terrible.
She's horrendous too. She's also really bad at it.
I'm never going to be able to apply for a job there. Yeah. There's too much.
I'm sorry, guys. I just tell it like it is.
I'm not going to bring up her name. I brought it up before. That's very lowbrow of me. She put out this article that was like, hey, if you guys haven't been paying attention, YouTube people have been doing this stuff for a long time, and went on to explain that the YouTube culture of content creators and the YouTube drama and the things that even friends of mine are kind of caught up into, where they just shit talk each other. Yeah. Like people go there because, okay, 1, people are watching that and they're entertained by it. 2, they're not really trying to be offensive, man. They're just pushing back against the politically correct culture, and they're trying to desensitize these words. And I literally read through the comments and I watched a bunch of white people argue about how offensive the N-word is. And that has no fucking merit with me. No merit with me.
But my thing with that is that's a stupid reason. That's a stupid excuse or reason for like to try to say things that are offensive. To like, oh man, we're push back against
we're taking
PC.
The board back.
It's like no, you're not.
It's like really Clerks 2, pork monkeys.
Yeah,
taking it back.
That's a stupid thing. Like we're gonna desensitize people. Yeah, because that fucking works.
Because you're gonna keep.
When has that ever worked?
It's like if that is your goal, just don't use it.
She mentions like one of the YouTubers, iDubbbz,
yeah,
with a bunch of B's in it and a Z, and one of his phrases is incredibly offensive to both brown people, as Joe affectionately refers to himself as, and gay people, and that's his like handle, that's his catchphrase, and to the point where one of the other YouTubers came out and wanted to kind of pick a fight over it, and he, with his own money, flew out to one of her get-togethers, got in line, hugged her, and then went for the picture and said, "Say the N-word," and like that's fucking harassment. You can get arrested for that. That's not funny. Because you're assaulting somebody.
You're not assaulting somebody.
No, there's actually there are fighting words, and there's words that that are considered can be assault.
That's
to people.
That's ridiculous. That's insane. That's absolute insanity to me.
So if we say something here that pisses somebody off, they get on a plane, they fly all the way to Orlando.
That makes you a shitty person.
That makes you a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
Okay, so
what are you talking about?
I read part of that article, right? So it was just like he I guess the normal thing with her is to like hug and like say cheese or something like that. Is that
cheese?
He hugged her. First of all, that's physical contact.
Right. But that's not offensive physical.
No.
Apparently
No. Touching anyone when they don't want to be touched is you can't do that.
No.
You can't just touch people.
That hug was perfectly fine. It wasn't like she was running away and he's like, "Oh no, come here, let me grab you." It was just a hug.
But he hugged her and then he did something else, right?
Right. Yeah. Sure, the other action can be whatever you want to call it, but like you can't say, "Oh, now you're hugging people. You touched me. Let me fucking send you to court." It's like, what? Like a hug is a hug. You can't.
I mean,
am I crazy for saying that? I don't understand that.
I both.
Well, first of all, if it were me, I would have fucked him up. I'm
is she? I don't know who this other chick is.
I will hang my journalistic integrity badge on the door and tell you that I did not follow up. I don't know what happened after that because I couldn't fucking stand it.
Is she African American?
No, not at all. It was two well-to-do white people bitching about the N-word. Now my problem with it is that like that's the YouTube culture, and I don't want to get too far away from him.
Yeah,
that is the culture that like this fucking I have a child. I have a child in my house, and that's what you watch on YouTube.
It's a part of YouTube. It doesn't represent YouTube as a whole.
Sure, it's just like it's just so
because I don't have anything to do with that.
Disgusting.
Neither do I. It's just there's a level of like, if stuff is done in genuine jest and joke. Now, that being said, there are some times where you can see somebody who has very blatantly said some mean shit or done some really wrong shit, and then like they get called out for it, and like, I was joking, man. Like, that shit happens all the time.
I was joking is like a big thing on YouTube. Right. The apology video, the fucking
they do it because they know they're gonna get hits on both those videos.
I'm so sorry that I bought this fucking house on your money, and then I insulted like hundreds of millions of people, and maybe you're Jewish. I don't care because you bought my Beamer.
There should be a very nice line that's drawn for that kind of stuff, because it's very annoying to me to watch like comedians get fucking roasted for jokes.
Well, it's the same thing with politics. When comedians do political humor, and half the audience gets pissed off and boos you off stage.
But I think just
Wanda Sykes got booed off the Boston Garden.
Why?
For anti-Trump content.
Yeah, I really love comedy. Like I follow for the comedians that I really love, I try to watch all their shit. I'm watching all their stuff on YouTube. Like I really enjoy comedy. It frustrates me when people get upset at jokes. That it makes no sense to me. It's so weird. Like.
I can see both sides.
Yeah, I mean, I'm firmly in the middle on like the ideology behind what you're saying.
Yeah,
I just don't like this fucking shit. Hardy fucking har, laugh all the way to the bank.
Like I said at the top of the video, I'm a big fan of his. I think his shit is hilarious. Like he did a thing.
I don't have a personal issue with the guy.
No. It's just like he did a thing with like fucking Club Penguin, and like. In the course of the video, basically, well, he moved into the studio where Club Penguin used to be, and Club Penguin is going out of business. That was part of the reason why he was able to buy their fucking building. And he moved into this building, and their servers were still there. So he did a video of him like literally going into the room where the servers are, and it was funny. He didn't do anything to the servers. It was just a funny video.
No, it would have been funny if you pulled them. That would have been funny. I would have laughed.
No, because you're immediately affecting someone else. Like, so you're telling me this is affecting somebody?
It could.
That's the thing. It could, but me pulling the plug on a server definitely does. Like, it takes the other person to take this and be offended by it. I don't have to wait for them to be offended if I delete their account. I physically did something to them. Like
delete it.
That's like hitting someone over the head with a hammer versus I got this hammer. I know you got hit by a hammer before. You see this hammer. It's like, I'm not doing anything to you.
Well, Jewish people didn't get hit by a hammer. They were almost eradicated.
I understand. I get that. I'm not trying to belittle that by comparing it to a hammer. All I'm saying is like, you're taking something where another party then chooses to be offended by it versus something that physically happens to someone and saying that they're the same. They're not.
It's gonna be interesting to see how this plays out.
Yeah, exactly. And here's my primary issue with this is we've been at this for a couple of years. We put a lot of work into this, and I feel as though the easy way out would be to come out with something offensive and shocking that gets a lot of clicks. And I don't believe in the easy way out.
Neither do I. So no, I mean, absolutely. But that being said, too, before these videos, the guy had fucking 53 million subscribers, and that shit didn't come because it was easy.
My problem isn't necessarily with PewDiePie and what he does. Like I said, he's built an empire from the ground up. I respect that. My problem is sort of with the culture that it's kind of spawned inadvertently with shock videos and just offensive videos to be offensive. I feel like and maybe I was completely fucking out of left field for saying this. I thought that he was above that type of content now. But that's just my opinion. Yeah. And maybe you guys have an opinion too. And you're more than welcome to put that in our comment section because I like reading your comments.
Yeah. It's always fun.
In the meantime,
comment through those.
Let's fucking talk about video games from now on. Okay. All right.
That'd be nice.
What's going on with Batman? Bye, guys.
See you guys.